Okay, we got a beautiful day for another practice here. Today we're in shells, tomorrow we're in spiders. No, excuse me, today we're in spiders, tomorrow we're in shells. And then Friday we have our like a rehearsal scrimmage over at Acrisure Stadium to kind of get ready to go. And then obviously that luncheon at noon on Friday. So questions?
Pat, Izzy got a lot of time on Hard Knocks last night. Have you had a chance to watch him or anything like that? No,
you can send me little clips from it, I guess. I didn't. I don't get to see that stuff.
Do you get to contact any of the guys from last year's class?
We'll text, back and forth. Obviously, the guys that were here this weekend, but it's been a week or two or three since I've talked to those guys. But we'll shoot them one. Maybe remind me to get that done.
Ryan Baer's been a guy who's shown a lot of talent, a lot of promise as a leader, but he seems very flexible in your offensive line. Where are you guys thinking where he could fit in most right now?
Still a work in progress. I mean, he's played both guard spots. He's played both tackle spots. I would say right now he's probably that sixth wheel that can really go in and play anywhere. So he's been lately getting reps at tackle. So we'll see. But he started off at guard, so he's done both, which is good.
Now, what's the importance of a guy like that, especially over the course of the season?
Well, it's really important. I mean, you're going to need more than 5 guys. He's done a nice job. Jason Collier's had a great camp. B.J. Williams, another one on the offensive line that's a true freshman. Not many true freshmen can come in and do what he's done, and he has not hit a wall at any point. So we're happy with where he is too.
Pat, how are you feeling about your tight ends room at this point in time in camp, and in particular with Epps? How's he looked over the last couple weeks?
Yeah, we're excited about our tight end room. I mean, again, as excited as I've been, Gavin Bartholomew's done a great job. Carter Johnson's been good. Epps has done a heck of a job. Again, I think he gets better every day. He's like the new guy, the new terminology. I mean, he's the first one, so there's days where he'll swim and look around. So I think his best ball is ahead of him as we start to move through this. I think every week he'll get more comfortable, because there's a lot of terminology in an offense. And then Jake Renda's done an outstanding job. Jake is a guy that can do a lot of different things. I mean, he's kind of a guy that's mismatched. He's tough enough. He's been physical enough to be in the box and block. He's also, athletic enough to go, out wide and run receiver routes.
Is Matt Gonsalves still playing most right tackle, or is he seen kind of both spots?
He's both spots. Yep, he's both.
Kyle Lewis was talking about how he's starting to feel more comfortable in you guys' scheme and learning how to use his eyes better. That's one thing that you've done coached up. Yeah. Who do you feel are some of the younger guys that have some of the better eyes that can play the speed that you want, but not try to play hero ball that gets you guys in trouble sometimes?
That's a tough question. There's a bunch of those guys. Kyle's done a nice job. He's had a good camp. He didn't have a good spring ball. I don't know if you remember that because he got hurt playing basketball. But I always tease him every day about that. He's had a really good camp. He's going to play a lot of football, for us this year. But even Jordan Bass, you look at Bass and Biles, those two young guys at that position, stick with that position, are guys that can make plays.
Do you see Lewis more as a money or a star?
I think he can play both, but right now he's getting a lot of work at the star. But those guys are interchangeable. They got to be ready to play. If you're a backup, we tell those guys all the time, we're going to play the fourth best, and it doesn't matter. We're going to swing you around and get you in the game.
How good is the competition at punter?
The competition is good. I mean, Jeff and Caleb have done a nice job competing all camp. I think we're getting close to saying what's going on there, and we're excited about the competition there. We feel like we can win both those punters, and there's going to be a competition all year long, I think.
You mentioned Jason Collier said he had a great camp. It seems like there's a handful of guys. There's him, there's DeAndre Jules, there's Nate Temple. These like fifth-year guys who it seems like they're doing well. In their last year. I mean, do you like seeing those guys sort of emerge each year? That fifth-year guy who maybe hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. I mean, as a senior, as a super senior, whatever you want to call them, you got to be playing your best football. And more times you see that happening where guys start to play their best football at that time, and they know it's their last go around, and we're excited about all those guys. Our older guys are playing well. We need that to happen, leadership-wise.
I know Daniel Carter had a great spring. What kind of role do you foresee for him, and does he kind of carry that on to fall?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously got that fullback role that he's majoring in that, but he's a guy that you can put back there in pass protection, and you can hand the ball off to him. He's a guy last year run the bellies with him, so all his fullback role hasn't changed, but he's gotten probably a little bit more involved in the tailback spot. He's slimmed down a little bit, so you look at him as more of a tailback. But just because he lost pounds doesn't mean he hasn't lost horsepower. He's more explosive than he was blocking a year ago.
Is he the kind of guy who goes to Frank and goes to Andre and says, hey, I can carry the ball, I can carry the ball, can you carry?
They all want to. You want to carry the ball. We all want to carry the ball, but we'll just see how that goes and see what happens when he does get to carry the ball. He's been impressive carrying the ball in camp, and he was last year on carrying some of those bellies, as you guys know.
What kind of camp has Dejon Reynolds been having?
Dejon's been quietly having a good camp, just solid. Much better than he was in the fall. In the spring, I should say. But just every day he just gets a little bit better. Again, he had a spring under his belt, and he's a big physical receiver that's done a nice job blocking down the field, and he'll go get the ball as well. So it'll be fun to watch him this season.